Chris, I'm from MIGDA and I work with the team of Reef Assist, who are funded by the Townsville City Council. We work on the beautiful Maggie Island and we take weeds out, turn them into soil, and we also replant all our creek lines with natives. So I was lucky enough to be part of the composting workshop that Aniko with her Community Climate Action Grant ran, and that's funded by the GBRF, so they very beautifully made us take all sorts of people from different places on the island and they got to create compost and learn how to do that effectively. So that's what my part in it is. I also work with the Biogen on the island, which is taking food waste and creating a soil enhancer that we're also giving out to the public for free. So this is great stuff. It doesn't smell, quite not like the Accelerate, and you don't need very much of it. So what we're loving is that we are reducing the amount of waste that's going to landfill, and we're also making creative and useful products out of it. So it's a really great way to make that circular world happen, where we take things that we don't need anymore and we create something that's useful and is going to be an absolute winner for our island. Carbon and energy. So people always have questions about composting because it can go really bad for some people.
So for us at the cafe, we pretty much buy in everything raw. It's all the raw product and then we produce what we need. So we get a lot of fruit and veg, all our coffee, milk, everything along those lines. So it seemed to me that it made more sense because of where we were living and the environment that we're in, that we do our little bit to protect this glorious reef. So Gay approached us quite some time ago about composting and breaking everything down. So it's a really simple process. All the staff that come to work for us are all trained and they understand what it is that we're doing and they're on board with it. You know, they're all young people, they're all into composting, they're all into reduction of waste. So they pick up the program without any problems.
And we tried to make it simple and talk to them about the greens and the browns and having both of those in your compost, and making sure that it stays fresh and adding things to it that are going to keep it alive and working.
And you can tell that Chris has got worms.
So getting that ratio of greens, so your fresh food waste and all those sorts of parts of it, and your browns like paper and cardboard is a really important part of composting. There were lots of other questions too from people about how to actually contain their compost and how to keep the scrub turkeys out of it.
It looks a bit different, but it's going to be really healthy and full of life either way.
So lots of those questions were part of our workshop and we gave them some practical ideas how to best make that happen for them. The composting is hoping to give people's gardens a real lift, give them more of their own nutrients back into that food cycle, but it's also part of minimising the amount of waste we're sending over to the mainland as part of our food waste and our general rubbish. We really want to be able to minimise that so that Maggie Island can actually stand on its own, look after its own stuff and not have to have it processed externally to here. So food security is also another part of it, and we're finding through using the VRM products that we can actually have a lot better nutrient value in our foods. So therefore we could grow more on the island that would keep us more nutritiously sound, looking after the health of our general public. So we're all on a journey of trying to make life better, our food better, our environment better. All of those things are so important to us.
These are all considered your browns.
The worms are amazing. That's what gets me every time. You know, you see these whoppers and you think, wow, you guys are huge.